For more, let me turn to Jason Nichols. He's a senior lecturer at the University of Maryland, College Park in the African American Studies program. Jason, so many questions here, but the obvious one is something our correspondent Jim Spellman had in his piece. And would this case have gotten where that botched with the investigation if Lauren was in fact a white victim?
History says no. We see that the police, as was stated, the police did not contact the family. Police did not detain the individual that she was last with and question him. And they left him alone because they said, quote, he was a nice guy. I don't believe that that would have happened if that individual were Black. And certainly we know about the value of Black lives. Unfortunately, they are devalued in our society. So I believe this would have been a different outcome if this were a young middle-class white woman, but it was a Black woman, and so it was not taken with the same seriousness.
And it took an entire month for police to start a criminal investigation in this case. Is that also blamed on racial injustice here?
Yeah, I think absolutely. I don't see another way unless the police have some sort of explanation. They didn't even contact the family. They literally left a note on the door. And that's extremely disappointing. Anyone who has lost someone can't even imagine having to call a number that they saw posted on a door rather than being contacted by the authorities. I think that this was clearly an issue with race and maybe even perceived class. And even though this young woman was a college student and was making good things of her life, that shouldn't even matter. Everyone deserves equal treatment by the police and expects that. And that seems like it has not happened in this particular case.
And how much responsibility does the media here have? Us, the people behind, you know, when we do the news, newspapers, the media, I feel like we also have a role to play here.
You know, one of the things that I often do in my classes is I ask my how many of you have heard of names like Gabby Petito? How many of you have heard of Chandra Levy or Elizabeth Smart or Amanda Berry or JonBenet Ramsey? And most of them have heard of those people. And then I ask them, name one Black woman who's gone missing that became national news. And I've yet, of all the years I've been doing that, I've been yet to receive one name from students. A third of missing women are Black, missing women and girls are Black, even though they're only 15% of the female population. And they get very little coverage by the media. Same thing with Indigenous women. 18% of Indigenous women who are homicide victims get media coverage, while 51% of white women do. So this is clearly a racial issue, and we have to open our eyes and start to take notice of this in the media.
So, Jason, how do we fix this?
Well, I think on the media side, we can start paying attention and valuing people's lives the same way. I think what the family is doing their own investigation, although it shouldn't have to happen, they shouldn't be able to go into her apartment and clean up and find evidence that the police did not collect. But we need to put pressure on police. We need police reforms. We need police to value everyone's life the same way. It doesn't matter if they were homeless. It doesn't matter if they're African American or Indigenous or Latino or Native American. They need to be treated with the same amount of respect. And the only way to do that is to put the pressure that this family and activists in Bridgeport are doing, and do that nationwide. And also for people like you and me who spend time in the media to actually bring up the names of women who are of color who go missing and are homicide victims.
Such important points there. Jason Nichols, thank you very much.
Yeah.